Flosstube.
Greetings.
I'm Laura.
Hey, Joe.
Welcome to the Slovak Farm.
Yeah, it's time to show that. Yes, I know. Can you give me a second? Welcome back to all of our returning subscribers. Hey, y'all, all you new people out there. This here is the Flosstube. This is where we're talking about cross stitch.
Or a lack thereof.
Meg bugging ahead and do it again.
Today is Monday, May 25th. It's Memorial Day here in the States. So if you are in the States, hopefully you had a relaxing weekend. Hopefully you had a 3-day weekend. Hopefully you took some time to remember those who sacrificed for our safety.
And here's what you kind of have what we have, where the city had a parade that went around all the different streets.
Yeah, the city did a car parade, and they drove around the downtown. They went downtown, and then they went by the hospital, and then they looped back. Our street was part of that little parade route. It was cool.
And they were having a lot of fun.
And they did it, yeah, they had a lot of fun. They did it really well. It was cool. It was nice.
I'm surprised some of those horns didn't break.
Yes. Alright, let's talk about the love we got last week.
Bridget Renee, Bridget Glenna, Angie, and Victoria Whisqueak.
Whisqueak. We love everybody who comments on our
Yarp.
videos. We shout them out. We shout out our commenters. Because those are the fan club people. Those are the people who get the fan club.
The what?
I have no taste for Flosstubers who think that they should be worshipped because they floss too.
They're what?
I appreciate our viewers and our subscribers, even though we are small. And
wait, there are actual people who are like, oh, I don't remember going to the Flosstube Bible for my Africans.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to stitching and shut the F up.
Very spirited today.
Oh, you're supposed to be spirited. It's Memorial Day.
Yes.
And also, I'm cranky because I'm hot and I've been carrying heavy things.
I'm cranky because I didn't get much sleep because of fireworks. 'Tis the season.
Well, we finally got our bed.
We did finally get our bed, and that's consolation price. It is nice and comfy.
But by the good Lord Almighty, the frames was 150 pounds. I had to get that in place. And then I had to haul the 100-pound mattress up the steps.
And it's a sushi roll mattress, so it's all floppy.
Yeah, so there was no, like, rigidness. And then today, I've been hauling our old bed out. That was a little bit easier. Luckily, the old one, because it's a regular mattress, you don't have to carry it, you just push it. The new one, you can't push it. Oh, this is trying to push Jello.
It's sushi roll. And we've done some yard work this weekend.
Floss visited with the Munchkins that are from Cincinnati.
My brother and his family came up from Cincinnati, and we got to see them. Finally, after what feels like an eternity.
And it's hot. We don't have
AC. It's hot. And I'm hot. So let's move on to whips.
Okay.
Whips!
Her part.
Because he's got none.
Did you have to say that like that?
Yeah, because I don't know I said it like anything. Sorry. Okay. Last week was billiards week. That's what we were stitching on. I did 2 of my prompts for billiards week the week prior. I was like, why doesn't it seem like I have enough prompts? Oh, that's because I did 2 of them the week before. My brain, okay? My brain. Alright, so let us start with to stitch on a project that we have a love, that we either love, started loving and ended up hating, or started hating and ending up loving. I go back and forth. I have a love-hate relationship with my nativity. I gotta find the cover shot. Cover photo! It's so beat up. Although I realized what some of my problem is. It's a Cooler Design Studios. We all know their patterns are not uncomplicated. I actually was stitching on this. I got on Virtual Stitchers and was stitching on this, and I said, I know what my problem is with Nativity. It's Cooler Design Studio, and they all went, oh. So they know.
What the kind of reputation do these poor people have?
They have pretty, beautiful designs, but they're not easy stitches.
So basically, they're pretty because they're confetti.
Mm-hmm. And as we can see, we've got more work done. I finished the sleeve up here. Got to work on this because this was unaligned. This was unaligned. This is unaligned. So I'm working with it, and I'm figured out how to make it work. It's all good. This was 201 stitches. We're doing good. We're getting there. We will be at, ad-libbing the back stitch, as always. We needed to stitch on something that we have used to pass the time. And I have used to pass the time. I have used New Year's Fairy several times.
And every other cross stitch you own.
To pass the time. Sorry, that was a little glary, but it is what it is. Lazy and not taking it out of the packaging, at least I'm honest. So that was 236 stitches. Finished the skirt and started her legs. It's hard to see her legs far away.
With the way that is cropped, it looks like a weird tree.
Her legs are outlined, so they will show up better once I get the back stitching done. She is stitched on a 28 count Fantasy by Silk Weavers. It's an opalescence because sparkle. Okay, then we had to stitch on something with Q and anything with an alphabet in the design. So I just used my rose and busted out some Raven Queen. And we had to stitch on something that honors women. Again, I did Raven Queen because I was not feeling all project switchy last week. I was not. Hold on, I have to find it. Because I've lost it. It's questionable whether or not I had it. This is done on a 32 count, hand-dyed by the Slovak Farm. Cleveland Crud. I did 221 and 205 stitches on her. So 426 stitches total. Getting there. This is where the skirt starts to flare out to the bottom. So we're getting there with the black on the dress. There's a lot of black in her dress, but it looks really cool. It's actually kind of easy to stitch on with all that black. Makes my life easier. I'll take that. Then I stitched on some flowers.
Do they have the powers?
I left a bag in the book bag. Will you grab it, please? Stitched on. So So I stitched on Lady of the Flag for flower number 7 for the May flower event. Because she's holding some pretty flowers. Because she's holding some pretty flowers. This is stitched on 32 count, hand dyed by the Silvac Farm. For your thoughts. As you can see, my 514 stitches for the week, for the prompt, were in her arm and the torch. I did beat the torch. I started beating the torch. There's still a couple more bead colors to get into the torch. But I did 468 stitches of this last week, and then the other 46 this morning. So those 46 are not counted in last week's totals. And it's okay. Because we were doing a lot of back and forth over the weekend, I also started flower number 8, which is out of the Blackbird Designs Home for the Holidays book, Blessings Be Thine. I am taking this part and making it into a ornament. And this is my meager start on it. I've only done, I think, 112 stitches on it. Maybe a little bit more. I counted 112. I have until the end of next weekend to finish 500 stitches for another flower. If I get there, I get there. If I don't, I don't. Yes, I know the last Sunday of the month is my ornament start, but like I said, needed something that was fairly easy to stitch on while out and about. Well, at my mother's house, really.
And driving now.
And in the car. Although, Sunday I didn't really stitch in the car because it was awful bumpy. It seemed like it was an awful bumpy ride. It's not that bumpy.
Well, it doesn't help when you're going over the road at 35 when you're supposed to be doing like 50.
Yeah. So that's been my stitching for the week. I did a total of 1,443 stitches this week. Yes, my stitching has been slower. I'm just like, ugh, with stitching. Mania. I had a goal of getting 2,000 stitches. I realize I have another week of Mania, so I have a goal of getting 2,000 stitches on Lady of the Flag by the end of the month. I have 1,700 stitches done on her. Fun fact, I have done nearly 8,000 stitches on Lady of the Flag since starting her. Fun fact. Raven Queen has received a total of 937 stitches so far this month, and Miss New Year's Fairy has received a total of 444 stitches this month. Definitely going to be definitely has been a Mirror Mania May.
So, typical you.
Well, me.
Sorry.
Earthquake!
Earthquake!
That was a really short whip section. I hope I wasn't speed talking because
Nope.
I don't particularly care for the speed talking videos. So I hope I wasn't speed talking. Alright. Have no haul this week. So we will just move on to plans. Just realized I'm sitting awful funny. Plans!
I don't know if she's going to cut off the reason why I'm laughing. But I'm not going to explain it any further. We'll see if editing has made my laugh seem weird.
I was sitting funny. I probably won't edit it because it was like 2 seconds.
I know, but it was just funny. I don't even know if they caught it. I was like, okay, but I just realized I was sitting funny. The timing was funny.
I did. I realized I was sitting awful funny.
And if you can hear the fan, sorry, not sorry, I just turned it on the dog.
Yes, he pulled it out on the dog. Okay. Plans. What's the plan, man?
I am finally out of all the BS once I get the rest of the bed downstairs. Because that's been bothering me over 3 weeks. And I was actually thinking about going upstairs and stitching tonight if you want to care to join me.
Our bed's adjustable, so I can stitch in bed very comfortably now.
It goes up to about this. Like, here's the bed. And it goes up to this. It goes. I
love you.
Look, it's a whip. You know what? I want to get an Indiana Jones whip now.
My hair is crazy today. No.
But just holding it up to its whips. Not use it, just hold it.
Okay.
I just see if I can go and I wonder if anybody can crochet a whip.
Well, if your mother-in-law would actually crochet, she could. But anyways, moving on to plans. We spent almost 2 minutes talking about silliness.
So you were talking about the video being too short.
I was. I'm like, this is going to be a short video because I feel like we've...
So I've been starting show here. Ah! See, Joe everywhere.
How's your arm feel? You scraped it against my ring.
Your ring moved because it didn't hurt. Trust me, I know when I scraped myself on your ring. Your ring is hazardous. It's a diamond.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm surprised some of the cuts I got on that thing, I thought I needed stitches. Okay. Oh, fair warning if you are new to this channel. I have a problem with normal. As in, I don't know what it is and I don't care.
And I'm leaving all of this in here because this is hilarious. So...
basically what we talk about on this channel.
It's a Mystery. Part 2 is this week.
Oh, God.
Dun, dun, dun.
There it is.
So all of these relate to our mystery story. Somehow they seem a little bit weird on their own, but they relate to our mystery story somehow. So stitch on the last whip you stitched on that has water. It's a good thing I keep track of those things because I had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I don't know what I've stitched on with water. Let me start going back.
Why didn't you ask me?
But I determined it was Shores of Hawthorne Hollow. Which works out because the 29th is this week and I'm supposed to start my next Shores block, which is this one. Yes. Yes, this one. But I don't know if I'm going to... I need to get more done on this. Like, get the borders done out so that I can space it properly. So I might do some on this block.
A little bit of here and a little bit of there.
We have to stitch on a whip we can tie into a scientific laboratory.
Would you like to list the ways I can help you with this?
Lady in the flag.
There's just several different things I could think of.
What do you got?
1, time machine.
Time machine.
The Statue of Liberty is very old.
Fair enough.
And you can probably it actually looks kind of like the model they used for it. So you can go back in time and see the model.
Solid.
Plus, that is a heck of a scientific marvel to pull off. As much as it's art, it is also structural engineering.
It's a lot of structural scientific engineering. The copper changing colors scientifically. Why does copper change to green when it weathers?
The fact that they actually use a chemical solution to make the copper turn green when they renovated the Statue of Liberty. Did you know that? I grew up near the thing, so that was actually big news. That was a big special that we had.
You want to know what I was going with? The Statue of Liberty was built in the late 1800s. Steampunk is in the era of the late 1800s, and there's lots of mad scientists in steampunk. That's where I was going. I was going for the stretch pass. The cat is standing on the stairs meowing at us because he doesn't want to come down here because he's still offended by the dog.
Even though they're actually going in the same room now.
Although, yeah, she doesn't care.
The dog doesn't want to hurt the cat. The dog just wants to say hello, and the cat basically goes, "This shit, I'm out."
Yeah, the dog wants to know what the cat is. The cat doesn't want anything to do with the dog, so...
I will say, it is really funny, because I know the top speed of both animals, and they are trotting. It's like they're playing chase. The cat's just moseying down, and the dog's just moseying after.
We have to stitch on a look with windows. Santa's house has windows. There's windows. There's window in Santa's room. There's windows in the village, houses.
Aren't you basically looking in a window for every single room?
I mean, yeah, you kind of consider...
They cut the one. You basically call. It looks like you cut a room in half and put big shade glass. Next.
We have to stitch on a whip we've received in an envelope. A chart we've received in an envelope. Because I bought Miss Near's Fairy off of somebody. She came to me in an envelope in the mail.
Can I be a smart arse real quick?
Fair enough.
What is this?
I know, it just kind of...
I know. I'm just pointing it out.
I had lots of envelope options. I just kind of filled in everything first and then went with...
Yeah, I know. Because the 4 that she got from me all showed up in an envelope.
I mean, I got Lady of the Flag in an envelope. Raven Queen came in an envelope. I had lots of envelopes.
I don't even think you started the 4 that I got for you for your birthday.
No. For my birthday? You didn't get me squat for my birthday.
Oh, was it Chris? I got... No, Valentine's Day. I got for you or something!
It was for Christmas.
Oh, yeah, the chocolate with strawberries is Valentine's Day.
Chocolate with strawberries was Valentine's Day. My birthday.
Hey, I got you something.
And finally, we have to stitch on a whip with clothes that we would think need to be dry cleaned. I'm dry cleaning that dress. I ain't putting it in the washing machine.
Basically.
Raven Queen. That's the plans for the week.
Anything else?
I think that's it, because I got no announcements.
This is a very short.
Only announcement I have is I'm going back to my normal full-time schedule starting June 1st. So the orders that I have currently left to finish up on bags, I should finish this week. And then it'll kind of go back to normal shipping time. I won't be slamming them out quite as fast.
Well, the only thing I got is now that the bed fiasco is done, and I'm kind of like over my video games, so I'll probably start stitching some more.
I hope that would be great. Alright, that's all we have. What would we like the people to do?
All the YouTubers, everybody says, like, share, comment. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Bell notification thingy bobby so that YouTube actually tells you when we have a new video because they stink at it.
They give me random notifications for videos that I'm like, why am I getting a new video notification that this video is available? It's not something I want to watch. Anyways.
Yeah, I get that all the time. And the ones I do want to watch, like the ones I actually watch, I don't get a notification for because I don't hit the bell thing. Because I'm just somebody who goes through my subscription tab just looks at everything.
Yeah, and a lot of people do that. They'll just go through the subscription tab and watch everything.
Well, the one good thing is I think we always post on the same time every day.
We do post on the same day. It's not always the same time because sometimes I have uploading issues. Sometimes I forget to upload. It is what it is. I am who I am. you're not going to change it. So if you don't like it, not sorry.
I love you. Okay.
Okay. That's it for this week.
Bye.